Hey guys, I just wanted to post this video because it's probably going to disappear quite quickly, so tell you what you think, enjoy.
Guess what? You are at war. On April 28th, 2025, just a few months ago, 60 million Europeans in Spain and Portugal woke up to what Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez called a nationwide blackout of this scale that had never happened before. In minutes, electricity consumption dropped from 26,000 megawatts to just 12,000. Traffic lights failed, ATMs stopped working, phone networks went dark. Within hours, 8 people were dead from preventable causes. But that was just the beginning. On Friday, September 19th, 2025, Europe faced something even more sinister. A coordinated cyber attack that simultaneously crippled London's Heathrow, Brussels Airport and Berlin's Brandenburg Airport.
This is all on purpose.
Collins Aerospace's check-in systems collapsed instantly across multiple countries. Over 35,000 passengers were stranded at Brussels Airport alone. 139 flights were cancelled immediately, with nearly 140 more cancelled through Monday. This wasn't a random technical failure like the Spain-Portugal blackout. This was a precision strike against European transportation infrastructure. Aviation experts called it one of the most sophisticated cyber attacks ever launched against European transportation infrastructure because it targeted the core systems that multiple airports depend on simultaneously. Do you see the pattern?
I do see the pattern.
First, they tested their ability to take down power grids across entire countries.
It's all a test.
Now, they're proving they can paralyze transportation networks across multiple nations with surgical precision. What's next? And will your family be ready? Now take a moment and look at your loved ones. When the coordinated attacks escalate, when power grids fail and transportation shuts down and communications go dark simultaneously, will you be their hero or their liability? The harsh reality is that in the first 72 hours of any coordinated attack, the only person responsible for your family's survival is you. Spain, Portugal, London, Brussels and Berlin have all proven in 2025 that these infrastructure attacks aren't theoretical. They're happening with increasing frequency and sophistication across Europe. Let me share the documented intelligence that European governments are publicly reporting, but most families aren't paying attention to. According to the 2025 Global Cybersecurity Outlook, released by the World Economic Forum in January 2025, Europe faces the highest concentration of state-sponsored cyber threats in modern history. Here are the documented facts. Fact 1. Europol's EU SOCTA 2025 report revealed that criminal organisations now use methods traditionally associated with state-backed actors, including coordinated cyber attacks against critical infrastructure. These aren't random hackers. These are military-grade operations targeting European civilians. Fact 2. Microsoft launched their European security program in 2025, specifically because, and I quote, cyber and AI threats are accelerating across Europe, affecting businesses, institutions and communities alike.
They are a virus.
Microsoft doesn't launch emergency programs unless the threat is immediate and existential. Fact 3. The EU's cybersecurity blueprint, adopted in June 2025, warns that the threat of a possible large-scale incident causing significant disruption and damage to critical infrastructure demands heightened preparedness at all levels. This isn't preparation for a potential future crisis. This is preparation for an imminent one. Fact 4. Just a few months ago, the April 2025 Spain-Portugal blackout proved that even major European infrastructure can fail completely and unexpectedly. Despite multiple investigations, the cause is still unknown. If they can't explain what happened, how can they prevent it from happening again? But here's the most terrifying part. While these threats are escalating daily, 97% of European families have done absolutely nothing to prepare for the critical first 72 hours when government help won't be available. My background is in emergency preparedness and crisis management. I've spent years studying how families can protect themselves during infrastructure failures and coordinated attacks. What I'm sharing with you isn't theoretical. It's based on documented best practices from emergency management professionals and real-world crisis scenarios. The protocols I'll show you aren't my inventions. They're adaptations of proven emergency preparedness strategies that have been tested during actual European crises. When major infrastructure failures occur, families who have prepared using standard emergency management principles consistently fare better than those who haven't. During the Kyivstar cyber attack in December 2023 that left 24 million Ukrainians without communications for 68 hours, families who had implemented basic 72-hour preparedness protocols had significant advantages. They had communication plans, emergency supplies, and knew what to expect. The families in Spain and Portugal who were prepared for the April blackout had completely different experiences than those who weren't. While some families panicked and rushed to stores that couldn't process payments, prepared families already had supplies, backup power for essential devices, and communication plans that worked when cell towers failed. The difference wasn't luck, it was preparation. Let me be brutally honest about what European intelligence agencies are seeing right now, because your government won't tell you the truth. According to the Atlantic Council's analysis published in August 2025, Putin's hybrid war against Europe has entered what they call a dangerous new phase. Russian agents posing as tourists are conducting sabotage operations across the Baltic states. GPS jamming operations are disrupting civil aviation. And according to Latvia's Defense Intelligence Service, Russian special services have adapted their tactics to be increasingly difficult to detect and counter. Here's what this means for your family. Infrastructure attacks. The September 19th airport cyber attacks proved that sophisticated attackers can simultaneously paralyze transportation networks across multiple European countries with surgical precision. Collins Aerospace's systems collapsed instantly, affecting London, Brussels and Berlin airports simultaneously, demonstrating that when critical infrastructure providers are compromised, the cascading failures affect millions of people across borders within minutes. Brussels Airport was forced to cancel nearly 140 flights through Monday.
Okay, so I just wanted to post this video, basically giving you a rough idea. This is all planned. Everything is planned, I'm afraid. I will release another video going in depth with things, saying us what to expect shortly. Same with our government's all giving us rubbish about we're going to war. Well, I tell you now, we're not going to war, because there's no way the UK is fighting for this government. But it's all planned. Everything is planned. I'll give you a new video shortly to show you with proof and evidence from different people. They're all silenced. Legacy media will not show them, if not cut them off. A lot of people that have blown whistles on things will not be heard from again, or be put in prison, or a usual thing from secret governments will be all of a sudden they're a paedophile, or all of a sudden their brakes crashed in a car accident, rough things like that. Most people know what I mean. So keep an eye out for the next video, and I'll explain a lot more. Cheers guys.